Good morning. This is Mr. Sullivan, and today we're going to be looking at the idea of dot plots as part of our math lesson today. Hola, habla el señor Sullivan. Hoy vamos a ver diagramas de puntos como en la lección de hoy. Okay, so now we're going to look at line plots. Now, line plots are a very useful way of organizing information on a number line. Basically, you're simply taking the information like we did before with a frequency table, and we're putting it onto a line, onto a number line. So it's a number line used to organize values in a data set. So let's look at the data set. Let's say we have 8, 2, 3, 6, 9. So we have a variety of numbers here in our data set, right? It's difficult to analyze numbers when they're spread out like this. So what we're going to do is put it onto a number line. So we're going to have a number line that goes from 0 to 10. Because all of our values are between 0 and 10. Now, if we had a different set of numbers, then we could set our number, if all the numbers are between 80 and 90, you could start the number line at 80 and end at 100, something like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take each number one at a time and put them in order on the number line. We're not going to go through and try to search for all the 2s and then search for all the 3s because it's very, very easy to make a mistake that way. It's much easier to just go through the data set in the order it's presented and just put them on the number line. Entonces, lo que vamos a hacer es lo siguiente. Vamos a organizar información en una línea recta. Ok, hacemos la línea recta y ya tenemos la lista de números. Ya como está presentado es difícil trabajar con esto, pero vamos a organizar la información en una línea recta. Y vamos a hacerlo número por número, no vamos a buscar todos los 12 o algo así, ¿no? Okay, entonces, so we're going to start with the first one is 8, so we put an X over the 8. Then 2, right? Next one is a 6. Next one is a 9. Then a 3. Then a 10. Then a 4. Then a 9. Then a 2. Then a 10. Then another 2. And then a 6. And then number 3. Then a 9. And a 4, and a 5, 7, a 2, a 9, and another 2. Now, all right, one thing you want to do always is when you finish doing something like this, you want to check your number of values. Entonces, ya hemos puesto los números en la línea recta, pero siempre queremos checar el número de valores que tenemos en el grupo. So, si contamos, okay, podemos ver. Well, if we count the number of values, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13, plus 1 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 2 is 20. So we have the right number of values on our dot plot. Now, one of the advantages of doing putting our information on a dot plot this way is that we can put them in order. They're automatically in order from least to greatest. Entonces, lo que hemos hecho es poner todos los puntos, okay, en la línea recta. Y también contamos el número de valores en el grupo, ok, y checamos versus el número de valores que tenemos en la línea recta. Ok, y una de las cosas más útiles de esto es que automáticamente tenemos todos los valores en orden de menor a mayor. Okay, so we look at it now, all right, we look at our data set. Now what do we have? Well, we have our data set in order is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, then we have 3 and 3, then 4 and 4, 5, 6 and 6, 7, 8, then we have 4 9s, and finally 10. All right, so we now have our data set in order. Ya tenemos nuestra grupo de data in orden de menor a mayor. Okay, so this is a very, very useful way of looking at data. Now, this is also referred to as a dot plot, okay, because instead of putting X's here, you can just put dots above each value. So a line plot, dot plot, really the same thing. Eso también se nombra como diagrama de puntos, porque en vez de los X, en este caso, se puede poner puntos arriba de cada uno. This is a very important way to learn how to organize data because you're going to use it a lot next year. This year, we're just learning how to make a dot plot, but next year, you have a number of things you're going to be doing with the data on the dot plot in terms of analysis. So you need to understand what a dot plot is and how to make it. Es que ya es bastante importante en esto hacer un diagrama de puntos. Este año solo estamos haciéndolo, pero now that we've explored the idea of dot plots, we'll look at some other ways that they can be used. Now, what we have here is two different representations of the same data. We have a frequency table where we have the favorite season. We list the seasons fall, winter, spring, and summer. Ahora vamos a ver otras formas de utilizar diagrama de puntos. En este caso, tenemos dos representaciones del misma data. Es la estación favorita, y aquí tenemos las estaciones otoño, invierno, primavera y verano, okay, y la cuenta de cada uno, y esto representado como números. So we have the 4 seasons, we have the tally marks, and then the sum of those tally marks. Now, just to give us a point of reference, we're going to go ahead and add these up. So 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 9 is 22, plus 6 is 28. So we have a total of 28 data points. And that's a useful way of checking our information. Now, this same information has now been presented on a dot plot. But instead of numbers along the dot plot or values along the dot plot, we have the 4 seasons. Ahora hemos representado este mismo número, misma información en un diagrama de puntos, pero en vez de valores aquí en la línea recta tenemos las diferentes estaciones del año. Okay, in each case, they're giving us dots, but they have to tell us what each dot represents. Okay, en este caso ya tenemos puntos, pero nos tienen que decir qué representa cada punto. En este caso, 2 estudiantes. So each dot represents 2 students. So if we look at fall, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. So that would mean a total of 8 students. Well, if we go back over to our frequency chart, then that's exactly what we have, 8 students. Winter, we have 1, 2.5. So that 2.5 times 2 would be 5. So that we have the same thing here. So, to get to the, each dot is 2. So a half a dot would give us an odd number. All right. For example, summer, we have 3 dots times 2, that's 6. So we have the same amount. Now, down below, we've got the same, we have here the same diagram, all right, and we're looking at it. But now they want us to answer several questions. Okay, first of all, how many total students were surveyed? Well, we did that up here, but we can also look at it here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 whole dots, plus 2 half dots, which gives us a total of 14. And 14 times 2 equals 28. So we have the same number we have up there. How many students prefer winter or spring? Which means now we have to take winter and spring and add them together. So winter and spring, winter is 5, and then spring is 9. So we have a total of 14. How many students prefer winter or spring than summer? Well, summer, we have 6, all right? And so we already have our 14 minus 6 would equal 8. How many more students would need to vote for summer so that it has 2 times as many votes as fall? A little bit different problem, but what we want to know is, okay, we can diagram that pretty straightforward. And so we have summer, so it's 2 times as many votes as fall. So what we have is we have fall, we have 2 falls. So we have fall, and then we have summer, and we want to know the difference. So fall, we have 4 dots, that's 8. So 2 times fall, and that would be, we would calculate that total, that's 16. And then we have summer is 6. So what would this difference be? Well, 16 minus 6 would be 10. So the answer would be 10. 10 more. So you can see it's quite easy to use the information on a graph this way, and it's much more visual than simply looking at a list of numbers. So this is a very, very useful way of doing this. And so you'll see this used quite a bit in a variety of applications. Ok, explicando lo mismo en español. Ok, lo que tenemos aquí ya es la misma gráfica y podemos contestar esas preguntas. Ok, ¿cuántos estudiantes ya preguntaron? Pues ya contamos los puntos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, más dos mitades se hace 14 y cada punto representa dos estudiantes, entonces 14 multiplicado por 2, 28 estudiantes, que está de acuerdo a lo que tenemos aquí arriba. Segundo, ¿cuántos estudiantes prefieren invierno o primavera? Pues vamos a ver, veamos invierno, que son 2,5, entonces 5, ok, primavera, 1, 2, 3, 4,5, entonces eso es 9, 5 más 9, 14 estudiantes. Ok, ¿cuántos estudiantes prefieren invierno o primavera que verano? Ok, ahora estamos comparando aquí, ok, entonces ya tenemos, ok, winter o spring, ya primavera y otoño, ya tenemos 14, ok, verano son 6, entonces 14 menos 6 es 8. Finalmente, ¿cuántos estudiantes más necesitaría votar por verano para que sea igual que 2 veces el número de otoño? Entonces, otoño es 8. Entonces ya tenemos 2 otoños, ¿ok? La primavera y queremos saber la diferencia. Entonces ya los 2 otoños suman a 16, ¿ok? Primavera es 6, entonces 16 menos 6, la respuesta es 10. Entonces ya es el número de estudiantes más que necesitaría para el verano para que sea igual a 2 veces el otoño. Ok, así podemos ver este tipo de diagrama y se puede ver que es demasiado útil para varios usos.